Ready? We're back.
We're back. How many weeks has it been? It's been about 7.
Too many. I can't even imagine. Every week I'd think, oh, I miss Alpa. Oh, you're the best. You're such a breath of fresh air. What I do love is that you've taken care of yourself, which everyone should take a lesson out of your book is when you need to take a step back. You need to take a step back.
I got hit big time. Hit big time.
So tell me
And
what's happening.
yeah, I'm so, first of all, it's great to be back. And I know it's a quick sort of everyone watching. It's just a very quick catch up with Mel and me, where it's a short 20-minute show and we're going to be back in full swing next week. But we missed each other so much that we just thought we'd make a reappearance, the resurrection.
Yes,
But
it's
what's
your
going on with
resurrection
me?
tour.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what this is now. You know, this journey is a journey of self-discovery, I found.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, you're going through so many different trials and tribulations, different cycles within this movement, and you're
Right.
learning something new all the time. And as I say, continuously, life is progressive growth, and there's a spiritual battle that's going on here. And if you're not practicing your spiritual disciplines every single day, you're prone to kind of and more susceptible to being attacked. Now, I never put the onus on anything outside of myself. I always
Right.
go internal, and I have had, I think I was just going in too much and too deep at the expense of my mental health.
Right.
I am an empath. I feel very sensitive soul. I feel hurt for humanity. I'm really learning to balance that, because, you know, it tips me over the edge sometimes when I see the cruelty. Forget the trolling that's happening. That
Yeah.
doesn't kind of bother me, but it's hurt me where people and pundits in this community have saw fit to really lower their vibration by,
Right.
you know, bringing other people down. That's not so much my concern. It's just seeing what's going on in humanity. Um, with the vaccines, I'm going to put this on my other show so we can briefly speak about it. I know, because that's what I got taken down for before, but it's just where everyone's at, Mel. That's
I
what's
know.
really been getting to me. So yeah, so my health took a bit of a nosedive, but it's on the mend, and I'm very
Okay.
positive. And yeah, things are, you know, I'm not feeling as foggy, and I'm in really good hands. I've got an amazing naturopath. So woo,
Oh,
woo,
great. Well,
woo,
you
woo.
know what? I was talking to a doctor the other day, and honestly, the future of medicine, like what's happened to our medical community, our scientific community, our pharmaceutical community, is that the shade's been lifted, and it's very hard to not look at a lot of these doctors and think, isn't your oath do no harm?
Yeah, the
You know,
Hippocratic Oath.
isn't the patient's health primary? And they all became politicians, and that's it's got you look, everything is imploding with the entire COVID narrative. So,
Yeah,
and in warp speed. Not that you and I didn't know this a year ago, but
no,
it's still the masses are waking up. Yesterday, New York City, for the first time since last March, lifted their mandates,
mask
mass social
mandate.
distancing, whatever. But they're still saying, but if you're a good person, you know, you'll probably. It is absolutely ludicrous, but I'll tell you what. Yesterday was the first day it felt like New York City in a year and a couple months,
Wow.
and I think it was a real revelation, I think, to people. But now it's the reverse. You see people wearing a mask, and they're told they don't have to, and you're wondering what. So you believe the science when it told you to isolate yourself, you know, social distance, wear a mask. We all know at this point. You like you said, you were suspended or whatever from YouTube for giving out true information, and all these doctors that have been suspended, blocked, kicked off Twitter, true information. And you have to wonder who, why is the tech companies allowed to ban opposite opinions? And now
They're all in on
most
it.
of those are coming real.
Yep, they're all in on
Yeah.
it. Everybody's
Yeah.
in on this.
Yeah.
But
But naturopaths and people that think spiritually, you know, I always said for people that were depressed and stuff, I know I went through a huge period too. Um, I always used to say, you know, handing out medication or 15 minutes with a psychiatrist or any of that, that doesn't get to the root of the problem. It's a lot of hard work, spiritual and psychological and emotional. And see, that's there's been a few silver linings, you know, of COVID, and I think one of them, were-
100%. I'm
right?
glad you said that, and I'm going to say something. I want to add to that, but sorry, carry on.
No, no, no. And to me, a couple of the spiritual linings, and spiritual linings, silver
Yeah, I
linings,
like that.
yeah,
Spiritual
are
lining.
spiritual, are, yeah, people had to go inside and make a choice. And not just, and we got hit with a million things at once. So we got hit with the worldwide pandemic. Was it about an election, the Great Reset, or a virus? I think it's becoming clear it's about number two, because no matter what happened to Donald Trump, and I say this over and over, it had nothing to do with Donald Trump. It had to do with the Great Reset. It was the whole world. And so we had that, and then we had the Black Lives Matter explode all over the world. Anywhere that they could find something to pull in Black Lives Matter. We had Antifa running wild. They both still are, with no repercussions from any of our countries. And again, it's a playbook. This isn't new. They did a color revolution, the CIA with NATO and the
Yep.
UN, all over the planet. They just happened to pull one off in America. And but because of people like you and others out there, their plan is failing. And that's the one good
You,
thing I
Mel, you have been a fountain of knowledge for us in this community. And I don't want to call it truth the community. We're seeking truth,
right.
the truth
Yeah, I
seeking
keep hearing these
community.
people, like you said earlier, dark to light isn't just about what we're seeing in politics. It's about individuals and personal
100%.
relationships.
Yeah.
And though I know both of us shed a lot of friends on this journey, maybe it was time to shed them,
Yeah.
and find new spiritual connections. There's no one I connected more with during this than you.
Yeah.
And though you had to take a break, you were in my heart the whole time. But going through it with you every Friday and sitting
Yeah.
together and just being really honest and really upfront, we helped a lot of people. I mean,
Yeah.
I've from since you've taken a break, I get a lot of emails. I sent you an amazing one of
Yeah.
people being like, "Where's Alpa? Where's Alpa?"
Oh,
So,
no, I was so touched.
I know, but I know, and it's like you don't realize, and that's why we do it. It's not about the the ugliness or whatever, because that's all just reveals itself as not part of it. When they
But there's a
say,
lesson to be learnt in that, darling.
"Tell
There
me
is a
what that is,"
huge, there's a lesson to learn in all of this.
right?
This is, like I said at the start, a journey of self-discovery. And first of all, I'm really humbled with that message that I got. It was just like, it really sort of hit home that we have to continue. We have to continue this fight. We signed up for this at
Right.
a soul level. Yeah.
And that
Our
guy who
soul
wrote that
spirit.
message about you is a big guy in the military side, and he could see from our show. He said he like cried. He could see from one of our shows that you had a gift to bring people together, and that's why I forwarded it to you. I was like, oh my God, how great is this?
I
But
know. That was so sweet. Really, really,
yeah,
really sweet.
but I gotta tell you, it's not a joke. And people also missed you on Facebook and everything. You were just a voice of reason, a very strong warrior. And I know you had it manifested physically, but like you said, you're an empath, and that's the hard, as am I, and that's the hard part of doing something like this. Is you're human. You feel other people's emotions.
Yeah.
You felt everyone around you. The isolation, we talked about it many times, but the isolation and the distancing and all of that really, I think, is has caused a mental health epidemic in this country and your country and all countries that I don't think we're all prepared for.
No,
So
yeah,
somebody like
the
you is
psychological
a gift.
warfare is
Right.
absolutely insane. And this journey of self-discovery, you have to honor where you are at every stage. And
Right.
if your body's asking for a break, go for a break, yourself included, Mel. You've offered so much in this community, and you've had bricks thrown at you as much as I have. But you have got so much gnosis, so much on the geopolitical side. You've got your facts there, and people, you're susceptible to and prone to the negativity and
Right.
to jealousy, and that's what I sort of boiled it down to. However, we can reframe how we think about things. Yeah, we think about things, and we and neutralize the charges it has on us, because if we want to continuously go and have an impact for the greater good of humanity, hey, listen, I don't need that donut or a star, that's for sure.
Right.
We don't need a donut or a star, because we know that this is the system pushing its, like, rhetoric.
Right.
And this is how people are deeply indoctrinated by this reward, and with the vaccines and everything, getting it done. And you can just see what's going on here. You really have the lenses to see where people are at. And yes, the the relationships that you mentioned that are falling apart, that's just, they were meant to. Everything
Yeah, I
has
agree.
we have soul contracts with people, and it has their sell by date. Some last forever, some don't. Yeah.
Right,
And
right.
and at every moment we have to think, what is this teaching me? What am I learning from this? Even if you've had somebody be negative towards you, there's a big pundit out there that's slashing myself, you, Charlie, and loads of people. And I just sort of got really egotistical for a few minutes, for a few seconds. I thought, what's this for? Why is he saying this?
Me too.
And then I thought, no, he's projecting. This person
Right.
just projects, right?
And he keeps saying that, I know you're talking about. I mean, I was going to go to this event and I'm not going because I don't want to be around that person. But I have to tell you something. The truth of the matter is that um, he always says it's a movement. They're ruining the movement. And the truth is, what movement? I'm not in a movement. It's this men's tribal mentality that is always the root of so much strife and struggle. Even the Palestinian, Israeli, it's a tribal mentality that is
100%.
so outdated, and it should be. And that's the beauty part is, we went through it and all of that, and it's okay because there is no movement. There is every individual with free will deciding either to put themselves out there or not. And if you put yourself out there, well, the next guy should be like inspired by that or want as many voices, as many opinions, as many point of views. And when somebody turns around and does that, they're no better than the Washington Post or CNN or the New York Times.
Absolutely.
Picking,
100%.
picking and choosing whose truth, whose work, whose background, whose person matters more, or picking. It's absolutely, yeah. And I stopped for a while because of that and the other one. But I got to tell you, it kind of gave me more power because I had to
Yeah.
look aside and wonder, why is this still bothering me? And a lot of it came back to, and I know you have partaken in the Hollywood / modeling, all that stuff. And I realized that it was that girl that was feeling um, angry and wanted to get back, and was going inside and beating myself up, and all because I go on with certain people. I work so hard and I do so much work, and to have it all destroyed by an external person I don't even know, or anyone, is about me. And you want to fight back and you want to do that, and then you have to wonder, how much is it taking from me? And like you said, we're all energy and frequency, and if you're letting that negative frequency in, it's really ugly. And in our past, being in entertainment and one level or another, people don't realize that you've been selling me, anyone in that business, yourself, and selling yourself for to a rabid, basically human stockbrokers. And you're always reevaluating, what's wrong with me, why isn't it working out for, or why didn't I get that, or why didn't I, and you're always putting it on you and thinking all the time. And I had to realize, it took me about a month. When you took a break, I took a little break. I should have taken a bigger break, but I bounced back anyway, thank God. But I have to say, there's something to it with insecurity and self-esteem and self-worth,
Yeah.
and getting through it and coming back. I feel like a totally different me, because I confronted that girl that still wants everyone to like her, and still wants to be the chosen one, or still wants, someone to say, wow, you're talented, or whatever, where it should never have mattered. And had it never mattered, and had I learned it younger, I don't know if it would have been different or not, but I would have been. And so this has given me back a thick skin that I think
Good.
I had when I was a child, but lost in my 15 years in LA and in this business for 25. So that was an unexpected also thing that happened through this. Was I had to look in the mirror and be like, why am I letting a stranger I don't know make me question myself? And then I thought, because I've been doing that my whole life.
Yeah, no, but this is it. It comes to you and it's presented to you for you to learn and actualize.
Right.
come into your power. So you have a choice, and there's two choices. Well, do I let this affect me, or do I actually rise higher and actually neutralize that charge that it has on me? And I
Right.
had to look at what was going on within myself in this journey. And thank you for sharing what you did, because you've evolved, you've transmuted everything that you've learned in the trajectory of this so-called truther community or truth seeking community. And you are kind of like, you're not bypassing any of this. Yeah. You're actually owning it. Right. So whoever wants to say whatever they're going to say, people will talk, this is the narrative that's been playing out for hundreds of years. The
Right.
media has been absolutely great at doing that to us anyway, as a
Right.
whole, this
Right.
conceited cabal program, media based kind of energy that's permeated in the world. You get those cheap People Now magazines for £1, and like, check this person's cellulite, this person's gone like that. So people are quite, low vibing in the way they think, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and this is happening now, and I say that with respect, because when you start thinking like that, oh, he's a troll, she's a this, she's a that, I mean, not troll, but when people start trolling, it just goes to show that, look, we all have a choice. It's called
Right.
a remote control for a reason, because we can control what we watch. Yeah, so we have to be asking ourselves the right questions. Okay,
Right.
is this energy conducive for my greater good?
Right.
Yeah, is this energy good? I don't know what's going on in the geopolitical side right now. I sort of simmer through it, and I think, well, look, it was just doing my head in for a while, and now I am like, and it was literally doing my head in, right?
I know.
Because this brain inflammation that got out of hand, and I didn't even realize that it got this bad, and I'm
Mm.
recovering. Like, that's why I keep this on here. It helps me. The bandit, I would be losing my train of thought. And it actually started in December, and I was going all over the place trying to remember things, and I would struggle, but I still
I
keep.
remember when it started. I
Yeah,
remember. I remember when it started, and you know,
but
that's
it's
the
much
thing.
better now, though, and I'm on the road to
I
recovery.
know, but I remember when it started. But what was happening is your vibration, your frequency, your God given. I mean, you have a true gift from God, and you want to spread good, and you want to spread positivity and peace and love and all of that, and you were just giving too much, and that will deplete your body and your mind and your spirit, and it manifested physically. And you know what though? What did you do? You did everything you could to take care of you first, even though you wanted to keep fighting and you didn't want to stop. You did the right thing, because guess what? What I keep telling people is this isn't even the beginning of the work I feel like I really want to do, and I know you do, which is on the other side.
Yeah,
Because even though we're awake and there's millions of people around the world now who
loads. Yeah,
are, there's still millions that have no idea what is going on, are completely brainwashed, are I'm shocked at honestly at America for being so easily manipulated without asking questions, and but when all is revealed and we find out how insidious and what a conspiracy for real we've been dealing with the entire world, there's going to be a lot of people that go through grief, betrayal,
well, it's
questioning.
starting with the stuff with Fauci. Yeah, that's all being
Oh God,
exposed.
it's going to implode.
Yeah,
Uh, what the bottom line is, why was any American official doing anything biological research or biological weapons with the Chinese Communist Party military ever?
first important question to ask. Yeah, why?
Above and beyond,
Yeah,
what what
yeah,
is this for real? But again, that's the craziest part. In Dante's Inferno, hypocrisy is a terrible, terrible lifelong thing. They have to walk in circles for the rest of their lives in a purgatory wearing lead-lined cloaks, you know, because on the inside they're totally the opposite of on the outside. And with all of our politicians, celebrities, all these people, we're seeing the hypocrisy just so obvious. And once you see it, you can't unsee it, and that's the hard part too. We walk with a burden of having dug a little too deep for maybe normal person's psyche. So that's why I say whatever is disclosed, there has to be a concern for the mental health aspect of it,
yeah.
because not everyone can handle it. And
I
though I
think
want,
somewhere along the line, that's where when I thought about it, I thought we just kept going, kept going, kept going since last March. And the stuff that we did find out about the children was really devastating, and that can really have an impact on one's mental health, be it whether you're on the front line or on the YouTube social media platforms, or just like fighting within your families and your social circles. It's huge, and somewhere along that it's impacted all of us mentally, each and every single one of us. None of us have like not felt not bothered by it, those that know anyway. So whatever people have been doing and in their own communities, it's going to have it's going to take its toll on you. It's just how you manage it and how you come to terms with it, and how you come to a place of not acceptance because you're happy, but you have to. What choice do we have? But we just now fight to end this, and we collaborate with the right people. So it's very important for people listening, especially as well, saying, look, the whole nitty gritty of like, the he said, she said, it's just so low vibe. Just switch the channel off. If anyone's saying anything like this, just move away gracefully. We need to just like stop this nonsense. We need to come together, this unity consciousness where we are, think about it. If we're all on the same frequency, Mark Atwood came up with a great analogy this morning about women having, working in the same environment. Eventually they'll all start their menstrual cycle at the same time. And look at that, because it's the frequency. Yeah. Right. And when I thought, God, Mark, that was really good, so if we're all collective.
Oh, great. Yeah, no, that is really good. And I saw you did like a woman's panel, which I'd love next time, because something mothers and women, especially of our age, getting together and having a voice is super important.
So it's powerful collectively. It's the energy. So look what's happening. Yeah, some people are not going to like it. Fair enough. Not everyone's going to, we're not going to appeal to everyone. That's not the point. We're not here to win a popularity contest, and by no means are we. Because if we wanted to win a popularity contest, right, we'd be doing something. We'd be a celebrity.
Exactly.
The demonic celebs that are just. Oh, they're all being revealed.
They're all being exposed. They're not all in the news at one time. The whole Epstein Island gang for no reason. Every single day I see another one put out there, another news story, and it's these people that we know were involved in all of that. And that's why I have a lot of faith that what is happening is the Great Awakening in warp speed right now. But it's very hard to, put aside the chaos that they're
camaraderie that's happening, at a superficial level. It's a lot of optics. We know that. But until there is full disclosure, and some people are just not going to wake up. I've given up in trying to wake people up, and we've been saying this for a while. We just have to understand that we are growing. This is a journey of our own self-discovery. We've come up brave enough on a public platform to really expose ourselves and be susceptible to the mud that gets thrown at us. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's fine. We're evolving, and our intention is for the greater good. And you're doing amazing, Mel. You've said some lovely things to me, but I know we have to go in a bit. This was just a short 20.
Yeah, but we're back on track. I want both of our audiences to know, since a lot of my people have reached out and wondered where you
were. When are you, Mel? We love you, and Mel. I love the duo.
Tell everyone that we're back, and we're going to carry this forward in a way that is helpful and positive and raises people up. And we're not victims, and they want us to feel like victims. That's part of their thing. As long as you feel like a victim and you feel oppressed, they control you, and we refuse to be that. And it shows every day. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad you're back. I wish we had an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours.
I know you've got another one next,
we'll get into it. I wish I didn't, but I do.
Next week. No, I think it's always nice just to have a little bit of a catch up, reconnect.
And I want everyone to know that Alpa's back, so get ready.
Got me angel wings on.
Exactly. You deserve them. You deserve them. I love you so much, and thank you for having a pop in. And we will have our regular show next Friday. And I love you. I will talk to you before then, obviously. And
just stop the recording. There we go.